After meeting King Wen in a predestined encounter, he reportedly served as advisor, teacher, confidant, sage, strategist, and military commander for the 20 years necessary before final victory could be attained. The Six Secret Teachings, one of the 7 military classics, is said to contain the Tai Kung's political and tactical instructions to Kings Wen and Wu, preserving his measures for effective state control, attaining national prosperity, and waging psychological warfare. However, much of the work is devoted to analyzing tactical situations and suggesting appropriate concrete measures. These are particularly important to the study of Chinese military strategy, generally being viewed as expanded discourses upon the configurations of terrain. First raised by Sun Tzu in The Art of War, and possibly Wu Qi's in the Wu Tzu. Although the extant text evidently dates from the Warring States period, some scholars believe it reflects the tradition of Qi military studies and preserves at least vestiges and preserves at least vestiges, if not the core, of the oldest strata of Chinese military thought. After the great conquest over the Shang, the Tai Kung was enfeoffed as king of Qi, no doubt as much to stabilize the eastern area as to reward him for his efforts, and simultaneously remove him as a potential military threat. Thereafter, the martial tradition and military studies flourished and became identified with Qi's Sun Tzu's clan, was one of the 4 powerful ones who later contended for supremacy in the state. Because of the Tai Kung's legendary position in China's martial tradition and the importance of historical material from this period for understanding Sun Tzu's era and milieu, his biography in the Shi is well worth presenting. An elderly, mysterious figure whose early life was shrouded in secrecy, even when he first appeared in the Chao. The Tai Kung had perhaps found the Shang ruler insufferable and feigned madness to escape court life and the monarch's power. He disappeared only to resurface in the Chao countryside at the apocryphal age of 72. Apart from his storied longevity, his initial interview with King Wen was also marked by the mythic aura that frequently characterized inevitable meetings between great historical figures. Apart from his storied longevity, his initial interview with King Wen was also marked by the mythic aura that frequently characterized inevitable meetings between great historical figures. Okay, in small letters. Tai Kung Wen Lu Shang was a native of the Eastern Sea area. His ancestor once served as a labor director, and in assisting you in pacifying the waters, had merit. In the interval between Emperor Shun and the Hsia dynasty, he was enfeoffed at the Lu, or perhaps at Shen, and surnamed Xian during the Hsia and Shang dynasties. Some of the sons and grandsons of the collateral lines were enfeoffed at Lu and Shen. Some were commoners, and Shang was their descendant. His original surname was Chiang, but he was subsequently surnamed from his fief, so was called Lu Shang. Lu Shang, impoverished and in straits, was already old when, through fishing, he sought out the Lord of the West, King Wen. The Lord of the West was about to go hunting and divined about the prospects. What the diviner said was, "What you will obtain will be neither dragon or serpent, neither tiger or bear. What you will obtain is an assistant for a Hejmon or king." Thereupon, the Lord of the West went hunting and indeed met the Tai Kung on the sunny side of the Wei River. After speaking with him, he was greatly pleased and said, "My former lord, the Tai Kung, said there should be a sage who will come to Chao, and Chao will thereby flourish. Are you truly this one or not?" My Tai Kung looked out Wang and returned together with him in the carriage, establishing him as a strategist. Someone said, "The Tai Kung has extensive learning and once served King Chao of the Shang. King Chao lacked the way Tao, so he left him. He traveled about exercising his persuasion on the various Beedall lords, but didn't encounter anyone suitable, and in the end returned west with the Lord of the West." Someone else said, Lu Shang was a retired scholar who had hidden himself on the seacoast. When the Lord of the West was confined at Yuli, San I Sheng and Hung Yao, having long known him, summoned Lu Shang. Lu Shang also said, "I have heard that Lord of the West is a worthy and moreover excels at nurturing the old, so I guess I'll go there." The three men sought our beautiful women and unusual objects on behalf of the Lord of the West, and presented them to King Chao in order to ransom the Lord of the West. The Lord of the West was thereby able to go out and return to his state. Although the ways they say Lu Shang came to serve the Lord of the West differ, still the essential point is that he became strategist to Kings Wen and Wu. After the Lord of the West was extricated from Yuli and returned to Chao, he secretly planned with Lu Shang and cultivated his virtue in order to overturn Shang's government. The Tai Kung's affairs were mostly concerned with military authority and unorthodox stratagems. So when later generations speak about armies and the Chao's secret balance of power, they all honor the Tai king for making the fundamental plans. The Lord of the West government was equitable, extending to settling the conflict between the Yu and Ju. The poet in the book of Odes, or Odes, refers to the Lord of the West as King Wen after he received the mandate of heaven. He attacked Shang, Mishu, and Shoang, and constructed a great city at Fang. If all under heaven were divided into thirds, 2/3 had already given their allegiance to the Chao. The Tai Kung's plans and schemes occupied the major part. When King Wen died, King Wu ascended the throne. In the 9th year, wanting to continue King Wen's task, he mounted an attack in the east to observe whether the feudal lords would assemble or not. When the army set out, the Tai king wielded the yellow battle axe in his left hand and grasped the white pennon in his right in order to swear the oath.